Good morning, welcome to the morning review on Friday the 13th of February. This is Kim Watson speaking for Easy Trader. Okay, looking at the euro dollar first, and yesterday we eventually broke out of that short term range and have pushed up higher, heading now towards the prior highs there from the early part of the month. However, there is a short term downside target I have prior to that point, sitting at 113.76. So looking for the potential touch of that sort of level. Beyond that, well, we could, as I say, we could head back up in the short term here. Let's just check on. Yeah, there is a marginal divergence going on this 4-hourly time frame here, so that may help that downside target. However, once we've been down there, perhaps there's room for it to push back up towards those highs. If it does, well, that's the sort of key resistance area around that monthly pivot. To the downside, well, we could again head back down to those that prior range, towards the lows of that prior range, if it was to go all the way. Okay, nothing more to say on the euro at the moment. There's very little in the way of news out. I was just checking the news for today. We've already had the French and German GDP. French figure came in low. German figure came in better than expected. The rest of the morning we've still got some other GDP figures coming out and we'll eventually get at 10 o'clock. We'll get the flash GDP for the whole of Europe. So we could get a little bit of volatility sitting around that. Not a lot of other news until we got the later on 3 o'clock. We've got the prelim consumer sentiment coming out, but in the US. So quite a quiet day today, and that may be reflected in the price action. Okay, looking forward then to cable, and we've had a good shove up yesterday. Broke through the prior highs, through the key moving averages. Become a little bit more bullish, running into its monthly R1 pivot at the moment. Again, I think we've got a bit of marginal divergence going on that 4-hourly time frame, and there is the possibility of a move down to the 53.36 area. So there is a potential drop down there. Really, if we see a break of this trend line, maybe it'd give us a bit of a clue for that downside. As I say, there is even on this hourly point of view, you can see there's a bit of divergence sitting there at the moment. That could work itself off as we run through the morning, but as I say, there is the downside target that could well be hit. Okay, although I think there is quite a distance to that target, which it's quite a big target there. So the probability, obviously, but probability drops on that. Dollar yen. Okay, so we're seeing a bit of a reversal here into the 250 MAs. Again, I could see this push up a bit more. I've got a sort of upside target in this particular case to 119.35. And again, there's divergence on the hourly, so this is another one of those examples where we've got a possible, and we're just seeing a sort of break of that short-term trend line there. I was just attempting to break that sort of line. So I think obviously the dollar yesterday took a bit of a hit on the poor retail figures. We'll see how that rolls through this morning. Okay, moving on to the Aussie dollar. Whoops, I didn't want that. I want that Aussie dollar. And we'll have a quick look at what was going on here. And the Aussie dollar is still in this sort of lower trend. It's gained quite a bit through the Asian session here. Moved up quite significantly through that Asian session, and gained back all its losses. Actually, it didn't lose too much actually yesterday. It actually made a small gain yesterday, but not as much as the other currencies. One thing, it obviously sold off on the bad jobs in the first place, but it is at the moment looking like it may for a short term at least push up. Although I do have some downside targets on the Aussie dollar, which as well. So but it's really may be waiting for confirmation of those if we see this break of this trend line here. So it's a bit of patience probably needed on these currencies maybe this morning initially, but there are, as I say, there are some having shoved up so much yesterday, we might just give it back today. As I say, no significant news there. That's it for me. Have a great day. Bye for now.